Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Salesforce Musketeer. In today's video we are going to cover Sales Cloud. This is a part 1 video of Sales Cloud topic. In this video we will see the full flow of Sales Cloud, and we will also see some in-depth topics related to leads, for example lead scoring, and we will see some like how to prevent duplicate leads or duplicate accounts. So let's get started. Before we go further and understand the full flow of Sales Cloud, let's understand few definitions here. First, let's see what a lead is. So a lead can be defined as a potential customer. It can be considered as an inquiry to your product. It can be B2B or B2C. It may come from a campaign, which could be email, websites, referral program. So I would say lead is a potential customer which who may or may not buy a product from your company. So basically a marketing team will run a different campaigns, for example advertisement in a newspaper, on TV commercials, or just send a bulk emails. Then whoever comes back or whoever is interested, then we can create them as a lead, and then after that if somebody shows an interest to your product, then we may convert them into a customer, or even if they buy it, then we convert them to a customer. So generally sales team or marketing team, they talk to a customer and then they convert the talk to a lead, and then they convert a lead to account, contact, or opportunity. We will see this in our demo also. So now comes to an account. Who are accounts? So account can be there are three type of accounts. One is a person account, another is a business account, and third is the partner account. What's the difference? So for example, I'm an internet company. Let's say I'm AT&T, and I'm selling an internet to a residential customers. So if I'm buying, or I'm a customer where I'm buying having an internet of AT&T, then I'm a person account. Now what is business customer? Now for example, my company is G Healthcare, and we are manufacturing machines for hospitals. Then all the hospitals are business customers. Now what is partner accounts? So partner accounts are basically accounts who help us to resell our items. So for example, I'm from a Dell company and I'm making a laptops, and then I'm selling a Dell laptops to person accounts or partner accounts such as Best Buy or Macy, who resell my products to a customer. So those are partner accounts. So within an account also you might notice that there's a field type, which is a way you can set prospect or customer direct or reseller. So here also we say the customer can be prospect, and in leads also we say it's a prospect customer. So what's the difference? So in a lead object we have a unqualified and qualified lead, and but in account, when we create a account out of a lead, and then we choose a type as a prospect, so basically those are actually a qualified lead. Now what's the difference between qualified and non-qualified? So lead can be a lot of people, but out of those people, some people may not be interested in your product at all, but some people show interest. They call you and start inquiring about your product, and you see that there's a very good chance that you might be able to sell your product to those leads. So based on certain factors, like for certain factors such as leads are showing interest, or you see that based on the history of the lead that this person may buy a product from you, then those become a qualified leads when the chances of selling become really high. Then you convert them into account, and you choose a type as a prospect, and then you try to sell your product to that particular account. Now let's see, whatever I discussed or explained, let's see what we have written for that. So one is the customer accounts are for the business that have actually bought something from your business. So that is a customer account. Now the prospect accounts are for a business that you might have created estimates for, but they haven't yet bought anything. So legitimate or qualified leads who show interest. So for example, one customer, you are a company who remodel kitchen, or you remodel their houses. So a customer called you and say that we want to remodel, can you send us the estimate? So you send us the estimate, so you as they have shown the interest and they are definitely looking to remodel their house, you will create as an account, as a prospect account, and you will give them the estimate. But the customer might get estimate from 2 3 companies. So if they buy it from you, then they become a customer account. If they don't buy it, then they remain as a prospect account. Now the partner accounts are those who liaison with our vendors to try to sell our company's product by using our leads. So partner accounts will check our leads, will collaborate on our sales pipeline. Basically, they are resellers. Just like Dell laptop is sold directly to customer or to a Best Buy. So Best Buy is a partner account. Now, what is opportunity? The deal we are working on for the customer is basically an opportunity. As I gave you an example, so somebody call you are a remodeling company who remodel the houses. Then somebody calls you that they are looking to remodel their kitchen. Then in that case, that deal which you are working on, you will create an opportunity that customer is interested in remodeling the kitchen, and the products may include kitchen cabinets, quartzo, and other stuff. So in that case, so that becomes a deal which you're working on, and then that is called opportunity. Now what is quote? The quote is before before a customer signs anything or accepts or give you money, they would like to receive a quote, basically a document showing what product you will install and what are the rates you are the price rate you have for the products, so that they can compare your quote with the another quotes of another company. So quote showing products with the price rate to a customer before buying. Now what is a contract? Contract is an agreement between two parties. It's an agreement between a client and with the company, where you mention about the products, if you have subscription, for how long you want subscription. For example, a gym, some certain gyms say that you have to pay for 6 months. This is a contract between you and us, that once you join this gym, you cannot get out of contract. You must pay for 6 months. Every month you have to pay till 6 months. These are the contract contains the terms on which you want to run your business. Invoice is something when a customer already bought, then a bill is sent to the customer that they are due for a payment. So that is a bill. For example, in my house we use co-serve electricity. So after I use their electricity, they sent me an invoice that this is the bill I am supposed to pay them. Now let's see what is a sales cloud cycle. So basically, sales cloud cycle is divided into two. One is lead to quote and then quote to cash. In lead to quote, the first is the lead we create, and then from lead they might bought a product, or they might be asking for a quotation, or they might be interested. Then in either case, we will just convert that lead into three things, which is account, contact, and opportunity. So once an account, contact, and opportunity is created, then we create a quotes so that they can review the price and the products that we are offering to a customer. Now how leads are converted into account, contact, three objects, is just because lead contain the consolidated information, where it can contain the company information, it contain the individual person's information, and it may contain some opportunity information too. So out of that we convert the three objects. And in opportunity, I'll show you how we can create quotes also. Now the another cycle, which is quote to cash. So once the quote is given to a customer and customer says that quote is good and they accept the quote, then after that we create a sales order. Then orders are created, and then in that case the order fulfillment process happens, where for example AT&T wants to got an order from a customer to have a router as well as an internet. In that order, the engineer will go to a site and install it and then activate it. So then the order fulfillment has its own little cycle, where it says new install, then it says billing activated, then it says active. They have their own small cycle in it. Then after the order is installed and billing is activated, then we have contracts. So for contract could be come before and later also, depending upon the business. And later, when we there's a subscription model, generally the contract comes after orders, and then an invoice is sent, and then the cash is received by the customer. This thing I copied from a Salesforce developer guide. So what it says that in code to cash process, and we are going little deeper in this. So once you have the opportunity to deliver, I'm reading the first line. You have the opportunity to deliver a code to a product prospect. So first we have an opportunity, and from that opportunity, using a CPQ. CPQ. Now I'll just tell you high level what CPQ is. CPQ stands for configure, price, and quotes. What it does is we configure the products. So we configure products in a bundle, or we have a single product which could be a subscription, which basically product could be a service or a good. So we have to configure a product depending upon what type of product we are selling. So for example, it's if Netflix is selling its product, then it's a subscription that every month it's a it's a subscription where it's a person would be paying for every month. Or if a gym is selling its service, then it would be a subscription, but it would be 6 months contract or 1 year contract. So price range varies accordingly, and that product is an asset or it's not an asset. So it depends on a lot of things, whether that product is discountable or can we give discount on that product or not. So these are a lot of configuration take place in CPQ. Now once the product is configured, then we set the price. So price also depends on many factors: the length of subscription, like for how long they want to use our service, or are they bundling this product with another product. For example, you might have seen that I get a call from my house insurance. They say that, do you want to buy auto insurance from us as well? So what they are trying to do, they are trying to bundle two products together and reduce down the price. So it's a win-win situation where I have to pay less and they also are able to sell two products together. So that's why the price varies depending upon many factors. Now the third is a quote. Then in CPQ, once we select the products, then we good with the price, then it automatically creates a quote, and which is nothing but the PDF, and that PDF depicts the products, the subscription, the warranty detail, and the signature option which can be sent to a customer. So that is a CPQ in a nutshell. So when we have an opportunity using a CPQ, we get the quote for the customer. And if you look at the third point, that after CPQ we got the quote. So once the quote is approved, then we send it to the client. Once, let's say, the client agrees to your quote, then we have to place an order, like a sales order. Then the order is placed. Once the order is placed and it is fulfilled means, for example, in internet is installed, then activated, then invoice is created, then the cash for the sale is collected from the customer. Then in last, we have keep an additional value in mind for the customer in the form of cross-selling and upselling. Then this is something like if you want to cross-sell something and you want to improve your sales, then this is something afterwards where you can use Einstein analytics, that what is the next best option for this customer, all of those things. Now let's also see, I've also done a full I tried to make this myself, try to depict how the full life cycle looks like. So leads are generally coming from a campaign. In Salesforce Marketing Cloud, we have a campaigns where you run a different campaigns, and you have a budgets. You can say actual budget, revenue, like the allotted budget, and in under campaign you have some campaigns. Like for example, you have an online campaign, and under that online campaign you have sub campaigns, like for example one campaign for Google advertisement, one for Facebook advertisement, and Instagram, and you allot budgets for them. And then from that campaign you can create a leads in a campaign member. You can create a leads and associate that this lead came from this campaign or this marketing tool. So in that way you also get to know which campaign is working best for you, which is giving more revenue, and then you can plan it accordingly. So once you have a campaign, then you get the leads. Once you get the leads, then you create account, contact, or opportunity. Then then you configure the products. So in CPQ, or even if you don't have CPQ, you can just have a little simple configuration. Then you can just configure your product simple. But if you have CPQ, then you create bundles and add-ons. Then you have a different pricing of the products depending upon the, if customer is buying a child products also, a bundle. And then you create a quote, and then you create a contract. So contract can be created here just after quotes, or it can be created after billing also. So depends upon totally on the business. So let's say one contract is created here. For example, it's a remodeling company who wants to remodel the kitchen. They may create a contract just after quotes telling that we will complete your uh, work in just 1 month, and will also mention that there's a 3 years warranty for workmanship. Or similarly, for example, any company like IT company Accenture, HCL, trying to provide IT services to a product based company, for example G Healthcare, then in that case they will sign a contract that we provide you resources, IT resources for 1 year, and if resources leave, then we'll provide you an alternate resource, something like that. So it depends on business whether the contract is created after quote or not. Then the orders are created, then order fulfillment happens, then the billing start happening. Then in some cases the contract happen after billing. Then we have a subcontracts as well. That's another topic which I'll discuss later. Then in after that the payment is done. So payment can also be done monthly basis, bi-weekly, or based on the product you're buying. If it's a you subscribe to any service, then you may have to pay monthly, for example the Netflix. So let's go further. Now let me jump to a Sales Cloud ERP diagram which I've created, and I'll show there how the objects are connected. So this is an ERP diagram which I've created. The first thing I would consider here is the lead object. So I could have created a campaign here, but that goes to a marketing cloud, but I'm covering a Sales Cloud, so I'll start with the lead. In the lead we have a information like name, billing address, shipping address, revenue. We also have certain other fields like a company, which goes to account name. This name will go to a contact name, and if we have a company, that will go to account name. So from this lead, if you see, we create one account, 1-to-1, and then we create one contact, and then we may create opportunity. Creating opportunity is an optional, but let's say from lead we create three things: account, contact, and opportunity. So account is connected with its account team, so there might be multiple users working with on one account. And then we have an asset. Asset is nothing when we use, when you for example internet company AT&T installed a modem, a sales order is created and they install the modem. The modem has a serial number. That serial number that tells that account has your this products, so that becomes an asset to an account. So depending upon a business, so we may have an asset to an account or we may not. So we have an account, and then account may be connect having a multiple contacts. If you see this, this means one to many. One can add account can have 10 or 5 or many contacts, or just one contact also, which is a primary contact. Now opportunity is also connected with the opportunity team, like many team members can be working on opportunity. And then we have an opportunity split, which means you can share the revenue between the different teams. An opportunity is basically a deal which contains the deal information. When is what's the account number, what is the when is the close date, when you want to install, any overall discount. But opportunity product contain the, which is a child of opportunity. It's also known as opportunity line item. It is actually opportunity products. I will say it again, that opportunity products is also known as opportunity line item, which contains the information of your products, the sale price, quantity, and the date. And opportunity is also associated with the contact role. So this contact So account can have 10 contacts, let's say. So out of those 10 contacts, you want to associate one primary contact with an opportunity, or one local contact, or one decision maker. Let's say only 3 contacts. Then I will assign these 3 contacts to an opportunity out of those 10 contacts, and I will choose a role that this person is a decision maker, but this and another person is a subject matter experts who we need to explain about our product, but the decision will be taken by somebody else. So depend upon role, depend upon business. Now from opportunity we can create a quotes. So quotes is nothing but the quotation which you send to a customer. Generally quotation and the opportunity products are usually in sync depending upon how many quotes are and which quote is a primary. So generally a primary quote has to be in sync with opportunity products. So once we have opportunity, let's say we create a quote first, and in a quote we give all the shipping detail, contact, email, phone, shipping to. We give the this detail on a quote, and then quote has a quote line item which is similar to opportunity products where we have a product details and everything. Once this quote, let's say we give 3 quotes, one quote customer rejected, second also rejected due to certain reasons, price, he didn't like the price, the third one he accepted. So once the third one is accepted, we can put sync this quote with the opportunity product. So whatever the price and rate we selected on this quote, that will be updated to the opportunity products. Now opportunity products is not directly related to a product. So we have a junction object. Junction object means like it has a master detail relationship with two. One is with opportunity product and second is a product. So product, let's say we have a product, uh, let's say we are selling iPhones, or we are Apple. So we have an iPhone, we have a iPad, we have a MacBook, lot of products. Now this product may for we also have a price book. So price book is like, for example, we want to, depending on business, we are creating 2 price book. One is for a wholesaler and one for a retailer. So when we sell our iPhones directly to a customer, then we want a retail price to be sent of our product. But if we are selling it to a Best Buy, or if we are selling it to other companies, then we may have a wholesale price for same product. So in this case we have a price book may be 2, one is retail, one is a wholesale, and then price book entry would contain the combination of your product. So basically when you create an opportunity first, then you have to choose a price book. So once, let's say when you created opportunity, you choose a retail price book, and then once you start choosing the product, then you will get the price of the retail, whatever you have chosen in the price book entry. So price book entry contains the product, it contains the price book, for example retail, and it contains the uh, amount. So I'll take an example here. So iPhone for a retail, in the price book entry it will say iPhone, price book is retail, then the list price is $800. Now for the wholesale it would be less, right? So here the product, another price book entry would be created, same product iPhone, but the price book this time is different, it's wholesale. Now the price, instead of price would be 800, it would be 500. So now when the opportunity is created, depending upon for which we are creating, are we creating for wholesaler or retailer, we will choose the right price book, and when we choose product, then the right price will be coming in from this price book entry. So let's see this thing in action. Let's see, it's a time for our demo, and let's go and check it out. So we'll jump to a demo. So I will go to a Sales Cloud first. I'll go to App Launcher here, and I will write sales. So if you see, we got all the objects which we discussed the moment we select on sales. So we got opportunity, leads, accounts, contacts. We also got campaign, which is basically used by marketing. So here we go to a leads. We'll directly, rather than creating from campaign, I'll directly create a lead from here. So one way to create lead is directly from here, or you can import also, but right now we'll just go with the new. We'll cover this later. So we'll click on new and we'll choose some mandate fields. Let's say the person name is Steve and last name is Johnson. Number is 234. Filling up random details. And I think these are the mandate fields, but I will fill up some more fields like annual revenue and lead source. If you see lead source, whether it was created from web, phone inquiry, or any other campaign, you can, depending upon your business, you can configure it to show more values. And let's say this is web and company name is mandate. So let's say we are selling here, we are G Healthcare and we are selling some machines to hospitals. So Steve Johnson came from Northwestern Hospital, and let's say it's in Dallas. And the product he's interested to see is GC 100. Let's say all that, and let's click on save. So we'll see that in details that all the information we provided is here, like it's stored over here. And now a sales team will call this person Steve and will try to say, whenever they call and they contacted them, they can mark this as a working contacted. You can configure a lot here, like depending upon your business, that if you want to say working contacted, and if you want to say uh, not picking up call or something, then you can, anything, you can just put it a path here. This is coming from a lead status field. It is coming from this one. So you can configure this field lead status. Once you configure, then the path will change accordingly. So let's say this lead was contacted, and if it is not converted, the lead says I'm not interested to buy a machine from G Healthcare, I'll go with the another one, then you will say closed, not converted. Or if you say they showed an interest, they want you to send a quote, they want us to send a quotation or bought a product, anything out of this two, we will in that case we will click on converted and we will click select convert status. Now if you see, we got three options. We are creating a account with the hospital name, which is a customer, our business customer, and Steve Johnson is our primary contact for this hospital, and we have an opportunity. This opportunity is optional. If you click on do not create, it will not create an opportunity, but he showed an interest to our product. So let's say they want a cancer machine, and let's say they click on convert. The moment you click on convert, the lead will disappear. You won't be able to see leads, because if you want to see this person lead, then basically you need to go to a contact. So now I'll click on go to lead, and if you see, the lead is not there anymore. Even if you click on all open leads, you will not see Steve, because though that is converted. You can see it in the report, with you can see that lead in a report with the status as closed converted, but you can't see it here. Let's go to a contact. This is Steve Johnson, the same lead which we just created, and if you see that it's related to our account this, and it has one related opportunity. So let's go to an account first. In this account, we see the annual revenue which we provided, billing address, all these details. And now we'll go to this opportunity. Now if you see in this opportunity, we have all this stage process. This is also called sales process. I will go that in detail in a while, but to understand this, every company has a different way of configuring this stage process, or I would say sales process. Very important to know that the stage process is also known as sales process. So you prospecting, it means it's a one it's the customer has just shown an interest, whether it qualifies or not. You call them and understand whether the needs are can be fulfilled by us, then it means it's qualification. Then you will mark it as current stage. And if you notice, the moment you go further up, this probability of winning that customer gets higher. So for example, the customer reached to a quote position, so now the probability of winning that customer is very high, 75%. However, this also can be set up a way you can configure it differently depending upon your business. Now let's say you have reached to a proposal price quote. Now in this case, you want to send a quotation to the customer, and what you will do here is you will go to a quote. So as you see, there's no quote enabled here. So first I'll go to a setup, and I'll go to quote setting. As this is a brand new org, so I forgot to enable this, so you will save it. I won't select this enable quote without opportunity. I would like to be quote to be linked with the opportunity. I'll add this to all layouts. Now let me refresh. Now if you see, we have a quote here which is added to our layout, and now I can just go simply here, new quote. I will say quote for cancer machine, and I'll say expiration of this quote is 31st. That whatever we set after this, they have to ask for a new quote. And if you want to give any discounts, and it's an email, bill to address, all that, we'll click on save. And once we have a quote created, we'll just go to that quote, and the quote line items we will create, and we will also create a PDF. So first I'll show you detailed whatever information we provided. It's here, that quote is connected with your opportunity, and this is the account. And right now it shows 0 because we have not provided any product we are selling. So in quote line item, this is the price book I was talking about. So you can set up a price book for wholesaler and retailer. Let's go with the standard price book as of now. And once you select a price book, then depending upon that, the products will come in with this price. This price may be different from another price book. So let's say I go with this product. I know it's a Gen 1 gasoline, but let's assume this is a machine and we want to install that, and let's select next. This is one quantity, and yeah, 2. You can also give discount, and let's say 50, and click on save. So we gave a 50% discount, and now if you see in the details, now we got the overall discount, which is 32%, and subtotal is this, and the total price is this gets created automatically. So if you have a CPQ, then you have then you can handle much more complexity. In this, we are going with a simple configuration of a product with a simple price book. So once you have this quotation created, now the another step is to create a PDF. Now let's say how we can create a PDF. If we create a PDF, we have to go here to create a PDF. Now we are creating a PDF with the standard templates. You can also have your own template with your own logo and the way you want. You can set up that also. But in this video, we will just do basic. We will choose the standard template, and if you see your product is there, we have given 50% discount, and this is what we got overall. So it will be sent to a customer. You can send it via email, and you can integrate it with DocuSign so that they can just digitally sign it and send you back. So you can save and email this code to a customer. The moment I click on save and email code, I get this pop up, and generally it contains the, I think it's not coming up with, we need to see the configuration, then it comes, or two is automatically comes up with the primary contact email. So we can send this. Let me send this to myself. And send it. You can also see your PDF here, and you can also anytime you can retrieve it, whatever the PDFs you have sent. Let me close this. So once you have a product, this you can also sync it to create an opportunity line. But before I sync, let me open the opportunity. So this is the opportunity which we created, and if you see that the products are not here, so either you could have directly created a products here, depending upon the business. If they don't send quotation, they already know what products it is, you can directly do it here. But in our case, we are sending the quotation. If let's say the quotation is accepted, so there must be here status. Yes, it can be sent for approval, in review, rejected, presented. We can also add an option that accepted by a customer. We can integrate with DocuSign and write some code that it should be accepted. Now once it's, let's say, or here is it. Yeah. Once it's accepted, let's say the status is accepted. Now the another step in the process I would do is start sync, and see if you see the sync process is on. Now if I go to this and refresh it, I will see the same products in my opportunity. See that those products are there. Now after this, after the opportunity is done, then we create an order. Either generally we have a order fulfillment application, or we Salesforce also provide has come up with its own order fulfillment, and generally company are using their third-party order fulfillment process and billing. So here, once it's closed and mark as the stage one, like closed one means customer is now ready for your product. Now after this, the integration happens with the third-party application where the order fulfillment happens. Order fulfillment, let's say the order service engineer goes to the hospital and install your machines, and then they say activated, then it comes back that the order is activated. So there's also a standard object order which we can link it with the third-party application. There we can create our orders are created, and we can also add an order number over here. Let's say in our third-party application the order number is this. We can get this integrated by our APIs, and then the invoice will be sent, and then the billing can also happen in third-party application. Although Salesforce has now provided their own order fulfillment as well as the payment process. So this is the overall cycle which we saw. Now what we can do is, I can go a little bit in detail to show you uh, more features what Salesforce provide. So let me open my PPT. So I will cover these topics: lead layouts, lead aging, lead score, score rating. These, so whatever I'm going to tell you about lead, same thing would happen for you. You can by yourself, you can just go and check the account layouts, opportunity layouts. You can also set duplicates rule for lead as well as accounts, and lead analytics I'll show you. I will also show the when we converted a lead to account. If you wanted to map a custom field of lead to a custom field of opportunity or contact, we can do that also. And I'll show you the lead process and the sales process. So first topic I would cover is a lead age. uh, Lead age. So basically this topic I'm covering because sometimes it's asked in certification. So if you want to set up, or in a business also, you want to know how old this lead is, for how long it has been sitting in our system, why it's not being worked upon. So based on that number of days, you can take certain actions, you can nurture that leads, or you can immediately work on that lead. So you need to see, when you see this page, that for how long it has been sitting. So what you can do is, it's very simple. You can go for setup and go to object manager, go to lead, here fields and relationship, click on new, and we'll choose a formula field. Why we are choosing formula? Because we have all the details already in the database. For the lead, we have a created date. All we need is to just a calculation. So lead age, I'll choose here as number. I don't need decimal. Click on next. Formula. So today's date minus 8 value, and here I will insert created date, which is like that. Let's see if it is correct or not. Okay, so no error. Good. So I click on next. Okay, next, and save it. I'm adding it to all layouts. Now in all open leads, I'll click on refresh, and let me go to custom view and change this view. So this view, if you remember, there's a close converted. So I'll go to select fields to display. I will choose lead age. Here we go. Here we have lead age. This shows that it has been there for 347 days. Let me just create a new one, so it will show 0. Test demo and save it. So let me go to lead again to check custom. Now if you see, the one which we created is 0. Tomorrow it will show 1. Day after tomorrow it will show 2. Now this was about the lead aging, and let me also show you some lead layouts. So for example, manager, lead. So these are the 4 layouts provided by Salesforce. Similarly, account also has own layouts. So for example, the marketing team will use this layout. If a marketing team want different fields, you will set up a different fields here. For sales, you can set up here. Support, you can set up here. If you similarly, I go to accounts. This one, get object, page layouts here. We also have a similar 4 page layouts here. So we have seen lead score. Now let's see the score rating. What score rating means? So for each lead, We can improve the sales process by telling which lead to work on first. Basically, we can prioritize our leads. Let's say we have 100,000 of leads and we want to increase the sale. In that case, we want to know what are the good leads and what are not good bad leads. So what are the leads which are more likely to be converted? So we can give us scoring systems to our leads. If you see my PPT I've done, this can be set up based on how the business wants to set up. So I say, like, for example, if lead has a 0 point, then give no star. If lead has 1 to 50 points, then give 1 star, and 50 to 100 this, and such go on. So let me give the lead scoring, and then we will see how we can do this rating. So for this one, what we will do is we will do lead scoring app exchange. We will go like this: lead scoring app exchange. Uh, lead scoring app exchange. So this is by Salesforce Labs. So Salesforce give that, which is free. You can install it in your system. So what I'll do is, there are multiple ways to install it. Either you can directly go to App Exchange, or you can go from here and click on View All and visit App Exchange here. Let's see if I get it from here. Sometimes this gives me a problem, so I go from there. Yeah, this kind of problem sometimes comes, so I go from here, and it says which system, which org you want to install. To you choose an org. Right now it's not showing me my org. This org is different actually, and this is a playground which I'm using. So, but no worries, what I'll do is I'll get the package ID, and then I'll install that package ID here. I'll click on confirm and install. There's no package ID. The package ID starts with 040, just remember. So I'll click on this, confirm and install. I'm not installing in my, because I'll stop it. If you see, we still have a listing ID on our URL. I'm just waiting for package ID. Now we got the package ID which starts with 040. I'll go here, choose this. I don't want to install it here. I'll copy, go back here again, and write install a package. I paste it and install it. This is one of the ways, or workaround if another one is not working. Install for all users. So our installation is complete. Let's check it out. We can also check our installation. Yeah, I was about to go here. So if you see here, we have it, lead scoring, and we can see the components. So you can see that these are the things got installed: list view, we got apex trigger, we got custom fields, lead priority, total lead score, and the one I'm interested is in lead score. So one lead score must be in the leads also. So what we can do is go to the object manager. I'll show you lead, and the field which got installed here is lead scoring. So if you see, this is the lead scoring which I'm interested in. So what I'll do first is I'll go here and click on lead scoring. This particular app, this lead scoring thing came after we installed it. So after we install the package, so what I'll do is I'll set up a rule to show you how it works. I'll say it works on lead, and let's say if this is what we want to achieve, 1.50 points, and I'll say if give 40 points or 50 points if the revenue, the revenue, do we have uh, yeah, annual revenue. So let's say if annual revenue is greater than, it means if, let's say if it is greater than 100,000, then 50 points, and we'll click on save and next. Let's say if you have 60 points if they have a phone number, because some leads may not have phone number and it's difficult to contact them. So let's say we give 60 points for having a phone number. Let's say file number iPhone not equals to null, and now let's say one more, see active and lead, and we give 100 points this time for industry. If it is healthcare, it is healthcare, so we gave 100 points. So let's say we got this. Now what we will do, I think there's one more tab which I'm looking for. So lead, score all leads. I'll go to score all leads. The best way is like you should go to this app, lead scoring. In lead scoring you will get the rules, the rules which we just set up. Now after that we have to score the leads. After setup we will just click on this, it will set up score for all the leads, and it will send us an email. Upon we will receive two emails, the lead confirmation email and the camper member confirmation email. So all non-converted leads are scored, all of those leads members are scored. Let's score it. It takes 10 to 30 minutes, it says. Depends upon the data. And let's say in our custom view you want to include a new field which is lead score. This is lead age we install, oh sorry, added. Now we are going to add a lead score. So if you see, we got this lead score here. So I see 50 points. Let me do one thing. Let me go to detail and give something here. Let me give a mobile number, and let me give it the industry as healthcare, and the revenue. Annual revenue. Let's save it. So let's see how much it gets. If you see, it got 210 points. So similarly we can go for this one and do set a mobile here. Let's see how much now we got. So depending upon rule you see all this. Now we got the lead scoring. Now what we need, let's say we need to give a rating, the stars. The 5-star leads will be worked upon first, then 4-star, then 3-star. So, and let's say business give you this requirement that Nikhil, you need to have a 0 star for 0 points, 1 star for 50, and like that. So what I will do in that case is I will go to lead setup, edit object. Let me go this way. Click on lead, edit object, and here let me go fields and click on new field, and I will choose here as formula field and click on next. So I'll say score lead rating, let me say lead rating, and we'll choose text here, click on next. Okay. Yeah, so I'll copy this code which I've already written, so you can get this from the Salesforce developer guide also. I'm just copying this from the Salesforce developer guide. I'll put it here and I'll explain. So this say show the image here in this formula field, and if the score is less than 1 or it's 0, then show 0 star, otherwise 1 star, 2 star image, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star, like that. So this is the simple if else formula. If this score is less than this, then show this, otherwise check for if it's less than 50, then this one. So I'll click on check syntax, working fine, next, next. Now we got the, let me check, lead rating, got this, and all I need to do is go to a lead, go to view custom one, and here I will choose select fields to display and lead rating. If you see here now, so for 210, I think 5-star image is wrong, but if you see here, you got 2 star here 0 star, 2 star here. I need to check what was the problem with 500. Let me go and fix that. I know what the problem here is. So I got this dash. Click on save. Come back and refresh this. See here now, this is how we got it. Now I'll quickly show you the duplicate rules, which is very important. Basically, I've seen that many companies set up these duplicate rules for accounts, um, and I've seen very less for leads, but mostly for accounts. But here I'll show you for the leads for simplicity. Go to duplicate rules here, and let's say what happens is I've seen that for one customer we have created multiple accounts, and that mess up the whole Salesforce org by having a duplicate roles. So sometimes you create order for one account and another order for another account, but basically they are same account. So basically, to avoid all this, what you can do is you can go and create a lead, or sorry, a rule. So I'll say avoid leads duplicate. You can alert or block. I'll just simply block it. So what I'll say is they have a lead standard matching rule. So when this rule should get triggered, I say for all the rows it should get triggered, but I would like to change this mapping here. So I'll say create new mapping rules. So in this, I'll say mobile phone. and or email. So when mobile phone and email matches, I'll instead of and I'll say or. If they match with anything, then we should not allow it. So activate this. Let's say how does this duplicate. Let me see how this duplicate looks now. If you see here, we have rule avoid lead duplicate. And we have a matching rule, which we just created, and it's not active right now. Matching rule is active but not the duplicate. Now it is active. So if you see this, email or phone, sorry, email or mobile, now this is activated. Now I'll go to a lead. Let's say we already have this lead with do we have email now? Yeah, we have an email here. So I'm trying to create another lead because no two user can have same email as well as same phone number. I'll click on new and I'll say this. I try to say oops, go back and copy. I'll copy this again, go back there, create a new lead, paste it, then this. Can't save this record because a duplicate record exists. You duplicate. And if you see duplicate, says this and here. Similarly, we can set this up for account. Now let's say you have a custom field on a lead and a custom field on an opportunity, and you want that custom field data to be transferred from lead to opportunity. Then what will you do here is go to object manager, go to a lead, and in this lead you will go fields and relationship and click on map lead fields. There you can, so for example, I have some custom fields. So for example, the lead score which we just created, I want this to be shown to the account, so I will choose any account field where I want to show. It's coming number of location, but you can create a account score and then you can pass it on like that. So now when the length is incorrect, that's why I'm showing this. So once you set this up and save it, and when you convert a lead to an account, your value will be transferred to the account. Or similarly, you can transfer something to a contact or opportunity like this. Like lead priority will be transferred to order number. Okay, so this is what is I'll not go into detail because this is very easy. Now I'll go and show you what the lead process and sales process is. So I'll go to setup. I'll say lead process. It is nothing but it's just a stage pick list field of the lead. When we click on lead here, so this the value this will show, it will come from, let me show you, best lead process. There might be some questions coming in from the in your certification exams if you're planning to give for Sales Cloud Consultant. So this lead process which I just created, if you click on this, you will see that all these values are coming from the your lead stage field. Let me go and do that, go and show you that stage process status, sorry, status, and we have this. We can add one more field to contact. Let's say, and now it says that do we need to add this? Yeah, let's say we need to add it. Now if you go back here again in the lead process, So if you see, open this, you see fail to contact. You can choose different values for this lead process, and you can create multiple lead process here. One is this, where you have all the values. You can create, let's say, sales lead process, which is different from marketing lead process. Here we do not have not converted, let's say. So now this lead process, we can map it to a record types. So for one record type, we can have one lead process, and for another one, we can have another one. Sales. So we can say for sales, we have sales one, and another record type we can have for marketing. For marketing, we can have a different process. So basically, different lead process can be set up for different teams like that. So we have seen the lead process. So there are three types of process in Salesforce. One is a lead process, which we just saw. Another one, if I show you, it's a sales process, which is nothing but the uh, opportunity stage. For example, I go sales process. This will show me the pick list values of the opportunity stage field. So if you go here and I test sales process and save, and it's already saved. Go here, and if you see here, these are all the values coming from the opportunity, and this is known as stage process. So one is lead, second is sales, third is the support process. That comes under the uh, service cloud, which I'm not covering up here. Now one last is lead analytics. So lead analytics, if you want to cover, if you want to have a report and dashboard, which Salesforce has already developed for you, which is help you to analyze your leads. So I would say go to lead analytics app exchange, and similarly get the package. So once you get the package ID, the way we got the package ID for our lead scoring, you will install it in your system. I've already installed it. I'll just go there and I'll show you. So this is my another org where I have lead dashboards. So let me show you that. So I'm going to install package to show you what package I installed. So one is uh, this package. I've installed it, and I'll click on this one. So here I'll go dashboards. So these are the two dashboards which I got from after installing a package, and it contains if I go here, this one, you see total closed dollars for this fiscal year. So this is showing like this with the lot of reports and this, and if I choose another one, you will see total lead ownership. Like in my account I have like 29 rows. So in this graph you will see the lead owners, open, not contacted, worked, total lead by source, and lead by source, all of this. And it also comes up with a lot of reports, so you can also check for the reports. So These are many report leads by phone, leads, so total number of deals closed this month. This all got installed while I installed the analytics. So you can go and check, and just in your dashboard you can pull this report, and this will help you to analyze your data.